Being tailgated by a driver at any time is, to say the least, unnerving. On the open road where the speed limit is 100 kilometres an hour or more, it's downright dangerous behaviour. In this video, we look at what constitutes a safe following distance.
You're required legally to follow at a distance that you can safely stop the vehicle to avoid a collision. Now, rule of thumb, so best practice, is actually 2 to 3 seconds. So some states tout 2 seconds, some's 3. So when the truck here in front of us goes past a fixed object, like one of the guideposts, we count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and we arrive.
So a 3-second buffer between your vehicle and the one in front will provide enough reaction time if something goes awry.
In the event of an emergency, you can't buy back time. So if you're following too close, you're forced to make choices that aren't necessarily the best choices for you in a situation.
The important thing to remember is that we said from our previous video on stopping distances that the vehicles you drive every day at work handle completely differently and have different braking characteristics to the family sedan.
That's right, it's a heavier vehicle, it's a bigger vehicle, so the brakes are not going to be as effective. So you've got to consider that as well. And I personally think 3 seconds is a really good following distance in all conditions. Having said that, when the conditions deteriorate, we start to double it up. So, for example, in dusty conditions, you base it on visibility. In wet conditions, you might even double your following distance to allow you longer stopping distance and perception time.
Here's a video that will give you an idea of why it's important to keep a good distance between you and the car in front. This was shot on dash cam in a 4-wheel drive. If that extinguisher had for some reason bounced back behind the prime mover, a 3-second gap would have provided the car driver reasonable opportunity to avoid a potentially disastrous outcome. So remember the 3-second rule. 3 seconds following distance on a dry, sealed road. Use a road marker as a guide to count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Allow yourself more for a wet road or in conditions where your visibility is restricted. If you have any feedback or have any ideas you'd like included in this DVD series, please feel free to contact George Carlis, Andrew Sloan, or your allocated work health and safety consultant.